Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this new series of Imperator Rome, where I play as Pontus. And Pontus will soon be expanding westward again in order to ensure the survival of our nation. We'll expand until we can expand no more, and if we are boarded with major and great powers, and then we'll have to turn to another direction. Interestingly, I see a quote from Mithridates down here, even though he no longer exists, because we defeated him in a previous episode. I'm not sure if that's the same Mithridates. They didn't say which Mithridates they're talking about, but nonetheless, I don't care which Mithridates it is, we defeated him in the last episode. Which, again, Pontus is still a settled tribe government, form of government, which we're trying to slowly increase our centralization, but we're at a point now where we will be expanding soon as we reach the 3,000 manpower, which is ideally the amount of manpower that I need to fight this next conflict, which they're currently at war. That Bithynia started it, as they want to take this area. But we don't even know how many cohorts they have, but fortunately, they can tell. So I'll just go down, even though there's 20 bits. Let me see. Conconia, how much do they have? Look it up by name, it's easier to look her alphabet. It starts with a K. Oh. Bithynia, they have 4 cohorts, so that'll be 2,000. Mind you, 500 is how much a cohort can have these days. Konya, 0, which means we could just easily just jump them right now and take as much territory as we can, and we'll divide the land between us. I mean, that'll be a good idea, in theory. But there's 2 forts here. Well, let's take control of this, and these 2 forts. While they are fresh off from their little civil war between them. And I was planning on spending the stability and the political influence to pass another law to further increase centralization, as the clans are loyal. So absolute authority will be needed. Or should we go for legal authority? Which, mind you, investigate tribal reform. This is for the tribal reform mission that'll come when we reach up to centralization. Because all of this sounds a bit of a monarchy rather than a republic, but just do it. We'll change them to some other thing based on what the future tribal reform mission dictates. Which again, ladies and gentlemen, I've never done this before, where I turn a tribe into either republic or monarchy. But if you've seen the first 2 episodes, I've already made it my case. I've already made it known that that we will be going for a republic, the first ever Zoroastrian republic. Even though Zoroastrian is not a common faith in our land, as most of them are still in the native faith, and some Hellenic. But we'll slowly turn this country to Zoroastrianism. More so if we ever get an innovation that involves building temples. But that probably won't come until the days of the Republic. Alright, took a drink. I'll knock it down. Back down to 30 some odd. this will speed up this centralization to 15% each month. Until we get this when our centralization reaches 30. Likely go for Ilford initiative because I noticed the decision, which you had to get it up to 50, and the capital's civilization level has to be up to 40. But our civilization value right now is 17, so it's way down. Which you need to build more buildings to get more civilization value. Academy would be great. Let's just have that for once. And increase tax office. Did I say increase the build tax office? I meant. Not terribly worried about the money. So go for it. May regret this later, as far as stability change is concerned. Especially when we go to war and the aggressive expansion thing will go down even slower. But should we wait one more year? Like next summer? Let's give it a try. Let's wait till next summer. Then we'll start the war against whoever. Which depends on the situation, of course, politically. And as long as Armenia doesn't get any ideas. As they do have a cash spell on this land. And so do I. Oh, excuse me, they now raise their levies. They've joined. Conversion by fire. Supposedly the people of Amicia, Imperials, are struggling with their faith in the teachings of Zoroaster. Our high priest at his mid-twenties suggests convincing the peasantry with purification ceremonies, once more turned into the righteous path following Ahura Mazda. Sure to be a popular move among the subjects to turn more people against the false malevolent ideas of the polytheists. I did say something about that we're trying to convert more people to Zoroastrian later time, but let me see. Again, I have the money, the income will be fine, and during the course of the war, we'll still be making a profit. So we will hold ceremonies all across our capital. So we'll be spending our money and a little bit more political influence. The high priest will remain loyal, and some of the population in our capital will become Zoroastrian. And before we hit that, let me show you again. Only 11 tribesmen, 4 nobles, 6 citizens, 12 slaves are freemen, are Zoroastrians. And those guys who are in the majority just makes it seem unacceptable. So, conversions will do. And there you go, it jumped. Tribesmen are mostly satisfied. Not quite there for the citizens. If I want to increase more civilization value, I should make religious endowments. But since we're going to be expanding westward soon, let me see. I recall there's something about... Oh no. You're thinking of some other mission which your rewards are free profits investments. Because it's not about increasing building slots. Next summer. Wartime. Remember that. And we'll do this, even though it's possible that they will be divided between the two. Instead of once that started it. And if we want to fight everybody else, get Armenia over here. And once we finish our western expansion, then we will build our navy. And I will make my intentions know that we will have claims up here in the future. And yes, it's possible to get claims from across the sea. Because I would love to hold territory up here, as there's plenty of cities up here. More cities means more populations. More populations means more manpower and more economy. Listen, I know it isn't much, but I'll keep using it, you know. As there's no monthly civilization change with this, unfortunately. There's only 46 Zoroastrians in Pontus, but it'll slowly convert. But the more we expand, there's going to be a lot more Hellenics. Keep that well in mind. The maximum civilization level is 21. It doesn't help that we live in hills. But keep building buildings. That's the key. And if I have a lot of this to spare, I'll be sure to spend on this. It doesn't help that our tribal chief is a corrupt man because of his deceitfulness. Ah, yes. Our first military tradition. Which I made it known that I will go for Persian traditions, start with Heartland. When it's active, we will take less attrition damage, and we will have a bit more combat bonus fighting in hills, because we live in a hilly country. I'll probably go for this next. And our way down, but of course there's a bunch of needs. I'm looking. Yeah. I got it. Oh, I didn't see you there. Stability up. That'll add a little more population happiness, at least in our capital. Wait. Yes, citizens are satisfied, so is tribesmen, but not so much for the freemen, nor the nobles, nor the slaves. I don't know if you're hearing that hammering, because I'm recording this while there's a couple of guys outside who are working on some pipes. Yes. It's sewage. We're building a new, that would be the third toilet in our household. I have one in my house, another in another building, and now we're gonna have a third toilet. But that's because of my father's request. I'm not saying my father works construction, no, we have guys over. So, I want to build more buildings. if you're going to be holding decisions. So, to codify state lands, this would spend a lot of money and political influence, but it will have codified state lands, which adds even more civilization level. And all the clan chiefs have to be really loyal, which is kind of hard to do. And get it up to 40. It's 23%. If we get more people to, not only there's a bit of a group, but there's going to be a lot of folks migrating to here. Mostly of the native faith of Civilized, which is, you know, that Phrygian cult linked to the prehistoric mother goddess worship. Again, it's the most common form of faith here. And don't forget, because we, as much as we'd like to invest in this city now that there's no more room to build more buildings up, we've got to build some settlements. But we need money. As this is vegetables, so for example, we need this amount of money to have farming settlements. In fact, look at the trade goods locally. Because I never really looked at the trade goods now that we expanded so much. Urbanware is here. Vegetables, so definitely farming settlements. There's leather, there's iron, which we do have a mine. Livestock, that means another farming settlement in the future. It's a pretty fertile country, you know? We never really thought about that till nowadays. And there's no shortage of wood in this country. There's a bit of wine, too. But mind you, this home province is wood, leather, there's everywhere here. Livestock, vegetables, more wood, and hemp and precious metals. That's what our home territories look like. And yes, you could build a mine here. So basically, if we ever feel like investing, building settlements here, it'll do. It'll encourage more people to come here, especially when there's slaves from conquered lands, and then we have to put them to work. We're trying to make ourselves look civilized here in the eyes of the world. Remember I said next August that it's time for war? Well, it's about that time. Even though these two are currently losing. Well, actually the attackers are losing because they have not gained any significant territories yet, but this is a scramble for Bithynia. I'm glad no other stronger power desires these lands, so it's going to be all for the taking. Right then, let's start. Don't bring Armenia. We can handle this. This one. $18 cohorts worth of levies total. And that's the reason why we have to expand more. Because it's not only the populations, but think of the amount of levies that we will get from this. In addition to ours, thanks to the populations around here. But it's kind of too bad that the lands of Armenia Minor belongs to our ally. If only we got this too, that'll be... We get it. Form up. Go to here. So yes, aggressor expansion is going down very, very slowly now that we're at war. That's why we have to move in on the timetable. Wait for the others. Don't rush. With this amount of levies, that's our total. Let's move up. We're currently under siege. We can't tell unless we're in sight. We'll have to bring Armenia over when we fight against them. I guess we'll assist them. Not possible. Who's there? Bithynia. So let's help them. And then we'll fight against them soon afterwards. Better than nothing. Take what you can get. Even though we'll be taking attrition damage because everybody's gathered here. The wise one died. That was the former Silver Shield. You'll do. But statesmanship is at 6, so that may not be good. Yeah, where do you read that? Statesmanship, 2%. Yeah, but some are better than others, but I need somebody good. Unfortunately, he's the best one we got, despite the fact that he has low finesse. Of course, that one's much better. But he's a minor character, not from a prominent family, so just put him there. We may get penalties out of this. Mine. Come on, cavalry, move up. We'll beat him to it. Who's there? Ah, the enemy is running away from battle. This is our siege. Oh, here comes some more. Still our siege. Haha, we beat you to it. Guess we'll have to partition this land together. Yeah, that's gonna be problematic. Because there's too many folks here. We could take the attrition losses. But unfortunately, none of us have good food storage. Lower the fort maintenance. There's nobody attacking us, as far as we're concerned. Just to get a bit more income out of this. And raise it up when the next time we fight another war. Your army attrition is increases a bit of war exhaustion, but matters a little to me. You guys withdrawing? Did you run out of food? I assume so. When it's over, don't start the next one immediately. No improvement. Hang on. No. I haven't died out. Beat 'em up. We'll get our share. Once again, cavalry rushes. Because we can't seem to get everybody under control when you merge such things. Alright, call for peace. I'll take whatever I can get. Damn it! This is what I was worried about. I think he'll improve in due time. I hope. If he screws that up one more time. Anyways. It may seem a little clunky with this placement here, but it'll do. Making gains here. So up to 15 Pops and Gangra are assimilated to Cappadocian culture. Well, we haven't got all of this yet. But we will one day. Accumulated little. And cannot raise this levy until later this year. Well, give me a year or two, and then I'll start the next one. Starting with them. and bring Armenia over here because, you know, they're going to be part of that too. We may have to grab Phrygia because there is more levies if you get another area from another region to appoint another governor then. Of course, we would be at risk of being bordered with the Seleucids, a powerful country. But I cannot guarantee all of them. At least it's part of this, no. You sure? Hang on. No, damn it. This one. 90. That's 81. Unhappy pups, mainly. And it's good that you attempt to convert into Zoroastrian, but that'll take too long. It's better for you to use harsh treatment. So it'll start going that way. In time. And those people are to become Cappadocians now. However, we still need these lands. Give me 2 years. They'll divide lands. But at least we have a fort just to keep them busy. They're no longer city-states, so it'll be easier to conquer them if you were to take their capitals. Hope you're not doing anything. Actually, there's a possible threat of civil war. You got a disloyal character or something? Three. Governor, Master of the Guard, and some other guy. Ah. Tender. Well, listen, if you happen to be fighting in a civil war, well, I'll be sure to help you. It depends on how much power the rebels have. They don't have an army. Oh, really? You got your first legion? Hang on. That army. He's 10. Oh, he's a pretender. Hold on, this guy's army. I see. I don't know what to say, but we just hope for the best for you. But I could also potentially solve your little problem by, oh, I don't know. power base. Skeptical and ambitious for this one, but he's been primed. As he's governor of Assyria. Placed as governor. If he was my friend, and then we bring him over here, then that would solve their little problem. And the other question is, what the hell am I going to do with him? He's depressed, but skilled. But I can't make him a general. But if we had our own fleet, I'll make him an admiral. And as I've said before, I'm not interested in having a fleet until we secure these lands first. Farms. Build one here. Obviously. Does anybody have a cast delegates? Oh, Armenia? Yes. Seleucids do. I do, but that's for this bit, which you shouldn't worry about that. And Iberia also wants a piece of them because they try to take this as they got rid of Albania. Provincial officials in Iris Sapiros report that the district has seen unprecedented harvests this year, with great tribulations for Bithynia being held in settlements large and small. These extra, unexpected revenues could help bolster the food reserves in the province, but then again, with such a gift from the gods, it is surely intended to benefit the entire Pontine people. I'll do that. The surplus will be put to good use. Doesn't matter. Sorry about this. We just have to get the money for future use. Hang on. Shut up. Invalid number. Once I get done with you, I'm gonna make you an invalid, okay? I've always wanted to do that, if it says invalid number. And I would put that there. What's the Thracian fleet doing? 4-4 over Drician aggression. I see. And that's another problem when we build our future fleet. These pirates. And be careful, because if the pirates happen to see you over there, they're gonna get you. What else? Have a second farming settlement. Food should be the main priority before anything else. When you get more food storage, it means we can feed our troops, and the more food we feed the populace. So we can hold more population, and when there's more pops, more buildings, and more buildings means civilization. Doesn't that sound a bit convoluted? 25%. You're up to 30. Go for Hill Fort Initiative. This increases the National Tribesman output. Again with you. Donate to the poor. You screw up. So please remember, you'll be fighting all of these countries. Are they not together anymore? They're not. Even though we do have a claim, but that's for this piece. Fight them in the future. I don't know they exist. But the mission states you'll have to go as far as this way, but these are just optional. Even though you would risk being bordered with Thrace, a powerful country. It's a regional power, but it can pack a punch. And they got many of their entities that some have acquired and part of it inherited. When there used to be an Antigonid kingdom, but the Antigonids ruled Macedon. Already, Rome is an empress. And not even this soon. Now they're going south. Civil war is now likely with Armenia, but that means they cannot help us out in the next conflict. They're all part of a defensive league together. So maybe we should help Armenia. But they got... who knows? And Cappadocia will also be able to assist. They're not doing anything. And if Armenia is in the middle of civil war, this would be the ripe time the Seleucids will strike at them. And if they do that, I want no part of it. I'm in a dilemma here. We have the manpower to take them on. It's just... we still have access, man. Yes. Yes, sir. The levies are ready. Go this way. And head that way. Let's help out Armenia. If they're willing to call, because they have to call us in order to help them with their little issue. We just have to be in position on some of these forts in case it falls to the rebels. Well, there's your problem. And we don't know how much tyranny is in their country. Also, who's the governor that is disloyal? Governor of Assyria, so... Let me get this straight. That's where the rebellion is going to take place. This here. It could be a small civil war, and we hope nothing more. About to begin. It's about to be September. Okay, it's a small-scale civil war. Hey, mind if we help you? Or can you handle this yourself? Oh, your capital's over here. Well... Yeah, we're coming. We're here. We'll take out the capital for you. Try to take out most of their forces. If any. We're just here to take this settlement for you. Then once it's clear, then return us a favor by helping us out with this little thing. We hope it doesn't take away most of your manpower. I mean, you have the levy, and this is their first legion, which they're inactive at the moment. Got him. Loyalists are taken care of. Cappadocia has come to help. Let's just get this civil war done quick before, you know, they may take advantage of that situation. It's the last thing that anybody wants. Guess they took the leader. Well done. See you next year. Wasn't that bitter? It was that battle that decided where loyalist force broke the rebel lines and slaughtered them to a man. As you were. No risk. Till July 4th, we'll raise them again. Could build another building. Out of library. trying to make our capital more civilized. Was thinking about building a fortress there in the future, but if we want to take this part of Phrygia where we can get more levies, well, it's a good idea to have a southern fortress here covering it here. Farming settlements built. I'm sure that more slaves will come to work here, especially when we captured some of them during the course of this action. And also, it's from Armenia. Send them the gold. So I know we're far behind in technology. Do you think building more libraries would increase the research progress of everybody's? It also depends on them too. We're not doing anything right now. You've ended your alliance with Cappadocia. For what reason? Because it was you that ended the alliance, not Cappadocia. Can't do anything with the corruption because that's just who he is. But it encourages more migration speed. It's the only encouraging thing. Because we want more people to come here, and they are coming. More pop scenes and more buildings. Civilization increases by 0.6 each month, every month. And we're about to increase it. Library's finished. Now it's 25% max. But you can only build one academy here. Limited to 3 in any given territory. I see. What are you doing? Oh, you're still. They're ready, but just wait a few more months. That's another reason. At least Gangra is calmed down now. So let's wait 4 more months so we can complete this mission to consolidate. Once that's done, start the next war. It'll be a long one. Long and bloody. Keep an eye on this. Gotta do something to get more research points, if any at all. Little is better than none. Keep watching. One more will do. Here it is. Consolidate Paphlagonia Superis. So workers unite for 120 months. Adds more population output. So now we must do this route. Now it's all about conquest from then on. And then after you chose pick a side, and then we'll have triumph. And don't do any more missions, because it will go our own route, because I have an ambition on taking this. As there's a Bosman revolt right now. So all this land will come to Pontus. And then after that, we go across the sea and take Taurica, and we'll deal with the Scythians too. As much as we can to control all of this. You ready? Good. It's interesting they're not part of this anymore, but instead they formed their other defensive league. Just starting to come around now. There's a few settlements where Zoroastrianism is in the majority. Even though there's only one tribesman living there. So that's kind of... But that's only rural people. Not the capital, where it's still mainly of the old gods. Okay, let's do this. Come on in. This may be a hard war. Now they will be against many enemy forces there, but Paphlagonia, especially to the south, that may be our own undoing. War maintenance is up again, but we can't guarantee the safety of this one. This will obviously be the first to fall. See how much war exhaustion we're going to get out of this. And the blockades too. Don't forget about that. But they can't blockade. Oh, they could, because this is a long coast. And once we control this land, then we'll start considering building a fleet. And better be a damn good one. That could not only be used for transport, but also to fight off against pirates that dare to raid our coasts. Come over here. Armenia is going to take its time, but we're going to let them roam around. Don't engage until Armenia gets close. Foreigners conspire. They want to provoke war. What are you up to? But they're a major power nowadays. They could threaten war. But are they threatening us or what? Whoever's stirring that news, well then, we'll see about that. raise taxes here locally. Wish we had the money to build another fort here. Just to guard our southern border, but that will not do. They're on their way, slowly but surely. At least their forces will be kept divided for now. We'll have to engage them first. And I know what to do. Because that cavalry always gets himself killed. Just hang on here. Damn! You know you're gonna be here before the rest of us, right? Actually, we'll catch them all, but once again, here comes suicide light cavalry. Just to stop them, slow them down until we catch them, unless they get away, which they did. We'll be able to catch them. I think they're gonna assist them on this stage, which would be bad. Yeah, figured. We have to stay put. But Armenian reinforcements will be on their way. Look, if we were to gauge them all here, it would be unclear, so don't do it. Wait for friendly reinforcements. This fort may fall. We know this one will. I'll have Crosses talking around. Who's my friend? Take your time. They breached it. At least try to retake this territory. Oh, no, no. What are you doing? You crazy or something? We know everybody's here, but maybe we can get them off guard by capturing this fortress. This is a level 2, which... Ugh, that's not good. So now they have free reign and they can actually gang up together. Unless you have any other ideas. Yeah, that's what I want them to do exactly. Gotta divide them. Get those levies who are from Phrygia down here, and then we'll beat them back. Or better yet, But they're sticking together. It's going to be hard to dislodge from one force to another. We'll fight them here. They're coming over here. We will receive reinforcements. Got the right tactic against them. Movement locked. Enemy reinforcements are coming. Stand still. This is hills. My terrain. Bad move. Not good. But we're still holding on. Took the worst of it. Oh. Retake this area. I told you this is going to be a long and potentially deadly war for us. This is all the reinforcements that they'll be brought to bear. And I'm not sure about Phrygia here. It's just too much land to cover. We want these. Don't forget that piece. And the food shortages will be another problem to us. The army. I mean, yes, we're on the losing because we have not taken the relevant objectives. They're not worried about prominence, so. Another Zoroastrian has come to our country, regardless of culture. It's just a lot of forts to take down. More stability. In fact, spend on that. Have another law change. Hill Fort Initiative. It's plus 10 more centralization. So now it's 0.25 each month. Every 4 months is one, so we're definitely making steps. Wouldn't do that if I were you. Really? You sure? Okay, not sure, I don't. Thank you. Glad the wise one is doing wise things, but Armenia's about to lose it. That's a problem when you're facing defensive leagues. Maybe we should have brought Cappadocia along. Oh, what the hell is... Ah, they just had a bit of a revolt. That means that's another fort built. We didn't know they had a civil war. Anyways, about Cappadocia. Yeah, everybody wants to fight them, unfortunately, as there once was. The Egyptians declared a war against the Seleucid. I would love to ally with Cappadocia. It'll be too many relations for a time. But calling them over to our war will add us more reinforcements, but we'll hear it from them in once time. I think we've realized that I don't think we can do this. We need a little more assistance. White peace imminent. So we have not taken that relevant objective, which Armenia will take it for us. Please help. Oh, not like that. Okay, they took out the revolt. That means it's a whole nother fort. Wait a sec. Oh, I think the rebels won. Okay then. This changes things. We will no doubt complete this mission, but we still need to make moves towards there. Now there's another revolt. Let's take this fort then. So they just quit. I believe it was the rebels that won. They took it over. And now they're out of the defense league, which is reduced. That's both good and bad in this case. But Cappadocia is with us. But you're kind of too late for your participation. Well, we took a beating from one of the larger battles. The amount of money we have is fine. Which in fact, build another academy here. That's for local civilization. And a fort here for future reference. Just more small gains. But I'm happy that we're making very good efforts towards centralization. The higher it is, not only for country civilization level, but research points. Research that's badly needed, and they say it's not going to take until 20 years. Got it. That's only one. Just. You can get rid of that in time. Just the only important ones will be in prison. Which I know what we're going to do with that. Get rid of this fort. This will keep. Mission complete. Control Paphlagoda Imperials. Sasamos gains conqueror statue. Slaves needed for local surplus. Migration attraction, population simulation. And I will get a claim on this area. Good. Now all we need is to take all of this over. And we'll have to make sure that it's governed by the Emirates family, which they are not. You just have to wait for this old windbag to die, or replace him immediately. And if you complete the mission, then you win. I don't know why I said you win, but still. I see. Period of rest will do. 2 years. We won't have the manpower to deal with all the forces. Some of our tribesmen have left the lands of Pontus recently, traveling and settling down in Armenia, though their policies and traditions are different than ours. There must be some benefits, as our tribesmen prefer their ways to our own. We could spend some of the treasury to open up more communication between our two sides, and potentially become more accustomed to their ways and learn more from them. Yipe. You know there are penalties when you have a deficit, so we will send them a proposition for the next 60 months, which is 4 or 5 years? I don't know, I'm no good. So, yeah, do send it over. See what I mean? There's the problem with this. So just wait a moment. We're about to get a penalty out of this. Of a monthly chance of any of these. We hope from a gift of the gods. It's actually the best one. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, I didn't pay attention. Aha! The rebels have won. They're out of the defensive league. This would be a great time for me to say, jump them, and then... Yeah, that noise I'm making is just slamming the fist into my hand as a way of beating them up. We'll take a risk. 2 forts. No need for help. That just means that we advance in another territory. And they're almost out of the defense league. But we understand that you're all going back. But we'll call Cappadocia in case we start having trouble with what we're doing. $5 years. That's what it is. It's just 5 years. Further increasing our centralization. Foreign support for rebellions. Till 60, remember that. And I have not really looked much into succession support for the next, high chief or tribal chief. It's going to be him, but I believe you may outlive him. It could be him, or it could be anybody, in fact, depending on who's most qualified. Once the centralization subs 50, you can go for these as a reminder. This is going to be a gamble. Jump them. Don't call Cappadocia in unless you start having trouble. Let's get her up first. And I'll accept whatever penalty. That we're going to get out of this. He has become shrewd. It's kind of funny that he's deceitful and generous. And now he's shrewd in mind. So it ups his finesse a bit, but downs on zeal, unfortunately. But his holdings, which he has about 4, increases a bit. In fact, he's still getting way more money than he is getting it from. And he's in good health. Now, is there anybody else that's threatened by civil war? This one's close. Nothing from this one. So we have to knock down 2 forts. Probably get rid of them both. These are just settlements. There's no cities here. And we have this one. So basically get rid of them 2 once it's all over. I'll have to split up forces. I have an idea. Hang on there. We know how much you're of an eager beaver for this. Gonna deselect you. Now go. Now you come in. Take your time. You got any lower cohorts? Yes, you do. Just wondering. Also, by the way, process. I noticed. Oh, you're not suffering any help. You just got better. In fact, let me look at you one more time. The real question is, nobody's targeting you. We're gonna be out of it. We didn't get no penalty out of this. So just knock down one fort, capture this one, then done and done. And then we'll await for until we reach 50%. It seems the road to becoming the first Zoroastrian Republic in the world may come sooner than we originally thought. You're not doing anything right now, alright? Process, my man. He has come to us asking us for help restore his fame among his clan. It is unclear how he lost their approval in the first place, but we should be able to restore it if we set our resources aside to help him. Restoring his reputation should make him more loyal to us as well. But his loyalty is what the political power you obtained. 59 loyalty. Fine, we will aid him. Okay with it. Tyranny, that's what's going on over there. We're aware, but I'm not terribly worried. Unless we're taking most of the food of the province. Get ready to move. Damn. Still nothing. Here we go again with this. Yeah, no, Paphlagonia still has a navy. But they'll die out in the future. Of course, the cavalry. They could try to take as much land as they dare, but it'll make little difference. Oh, that reminds me. Those who are imprisoned, I'm in our nation, right? Oh, that's the new imprisoned screen. Okay. Because I know we have a bit of tyranny, but... Hang on. How do you... Your own nation, you goof. Yes, sell the slaver. That's what I was looking for. You were looking at loyalties. What you should be looking for is age. Yeah, that's what we need. Because I remember, I used to do this thing where, sell a couple of characters into slavery, no matter the... One! Okay, maybe we should pay attention to that. It all depends on the skills of the characters. Oh, skills is worth it. Okay. So I gotta pay attention to those, so this will do. Basically look for all-rounders. Because you can't pick and choose these days. Ah, sell two more, because I typically do this all the way up to get up to Tyranny 5. I should do the same for this next one. And sell them to slavery later. I used to do that. It's been a long time since I used to sell characters to slavery as a way of making income, since we live in a low-income country. A country of low income. There you go. That's the phrase I was looking for. Yeah, it seems to keep falling back. One day, when we reform it into a modern form of government, either a monarchy or republic, which I already said it's going to be a republic, because it's a challenge for myself that I came up with in my head, just to try to be different from everybody else. Now we have another fort just to, you know, watch our back here. Save up money just to give each and every one of these cities tax offices. White peace imminent, because war's taking on too long. But it'll end very soon. Don't want to fight these guys. Actually, I have a level 0. Actually, stack wipe them. We'll get some experience out of it. We'll take minimum casualties. Hang on. Low morale. Almost in general. Minimum casualties. We'll sell these characters to slavery later. Now get rid of them. keep this one here. Just looking. Well, it looks like there might be another civil war. If the rebels win, we'll strike them next. But for now, we should be on a recovery period. And I don't know what's going on with your manpower over there, but we hope you get well soon. Well, the Bosporan Kingdom did win their war against Segia, but in actuality, they depopulated them. Land's empty. Nobody's there. They killed them all, or enslaved them all. Those monsters. Sold family member. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I sold one of your family members to slavery. Be it in battle or at home, it is important that our people know that we are guided by Ahura Mazda and the wisdom of Zoroaster. The High Priest has suggested supporting our Magi's and priests in spreading our teachings to the people. In turn, have the blessing, a religiously backed message that would strengthen our subjects for a long time to come. Yes, more morale of armies. More rural Zoroastrians are the majority. Oh, great. You two are not important to me. But I'll just say, there is a tale of a wise king by the name of Solomon. It's just money inherited. Split him up. Solomon. Okay. At least Thrace is not threatening either of them. But perhaps we should wait for the next civil war and see it to its conclusion, but they may help him out. So it's a researcher and another researcher but pretender. That's what's going on here. $41 each month. We're really improving. Thumbs up. We'll get there in no time. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, that it seems this Pontus series, and it's barely in the 3rd episode. And it looks like the Seleucids came on a winning end. I remember Egypt being there a bit. Oh yeah, definitely. We should fear the Seleucids. The rebels are losing. Not even the Morians can compare to them. Especially when they have Bactria and Parthia and Bactria on their back. This is why we said after when we get done expanding, we gotta start making claims up here. You know, just to get far away from them as possible. In case there was a time that they would attack our homeland and then we would be exiled up here. Like, we can use this as a place where we will live in exile should our old homeland fall to the Seleucids. Civil war ongoing. Dave. Fighting against these two now. There's no fortification there. Yeah, we can definitely hold more population with the amount of food we're bringing here. But the civilization value currently is very, very slow. Hang on, before you spend any money, one of our clan chiefs, suggested moving some of the people of the clan process to his rule instead. Now that they would be under a new ruler, they would be more loyal to us. But he's also promised to maximize the productivity of the people under his rule. Perseus and others made no such promises, yet simply moving people out of his clan zones would be seen as an aggressive action towards Perseus. It'll get our centralization up, and we'll spend our political influence. But Perseus won't like that. We'll lose centralism. We're about to reach 50, so do it. Not what I had in mind, but trade. High stability. Now we can have a bureaucratic system instead of a word of mouth. Population promotion speed up. So again, have to do anything to speed this up. So now we will get 35 a month. I mean, that's after the civilized and everything expires. We'll reach up to 60 by the time we get to the next episode or something like that. Doubt we'll get that far. Isn't there a way to get rid of corruption of this character? Loyalists win this time. So the Defense League is still on. Paphlagonia may be engulfed in a civil war soon. I don't know if this will be our next move. And that is wait for Paphlagonia to civil war, then we'll fight against them to take advantage of the chaos. And then we move in to that. But of course, you know, we can't usually do it without Armenia. What was I going to spend my money on? Yeah, tax offices. That's what I was going to do. We gotta put a marketplace here. That's for population simulation reasons. Now from now on, save your money a little more, then we'll start our next war as soon as their civil war begins, which will be in 6 months. There we go. Gotta get a little income somewhere. We'll end this episode very soon. We've made great progress in this third episode of Pontus, where we've made some small gains, not as much as I hoped for, but it's better than nothing. We helped Armenia out in their little war, little civil war. Now there's a scandal. Yeah, scandal is, well, this will be the last of it. Scandal is unfortunately part of an average day in a Pontine clan council. Ordinarily, we simply ignore such petty squabbles. However, on this occasion, the esteemed Marcellus was found implanted of his lover Nysa by his spouse Nysa. Oh dear. Nysa Arid, the spouse, overcome in despair, has appealed to the clan council to have Marcellus stripped of his office as punishment for his brazenly public vice. I'll just say it's none of my business, and these two women are going to be seeing each other as rivals. Hey, the things we do around here in this tribal clan, you know what we did back in those days? We settle this in duels. If these two women want to duke it out, have each other fight. Calm down, will you? Can't you see we're trying to move on from this tribal society and try to move in more towards, you know, to the path of righteousness, which is Zoroastrianism? If Zoroaster was here right now, he would be shaking our heads, wondering why do we still do such things. Just wait for the marketplace to be constructed, and then we'll end the episode right here. Just in time. Unfortunately, it's a small civil war by the grand scheme of things. But they will be intervening. Of course, they will join up. Armenia and Cappadocia will be ready to assist us, which is good to know. They're not doing anything right now, so we know what our next episode's going to be. It'll be a lot easier now that we have a second ally. And of course, during the course of these two wars, no doubt we'll get a second tradition. No aggressive expansion on us, but there's a bit of war exhaustion, which, that's a thing. And that's quite likely in the next episode that we'll instigate tribal reform. But that's only as soon as we finish this mission. Because we have to get this land. Yeah, grab all of these. And then we have to fight against Bithynia and their defense league. So, but we're not going to go beyond through there. Just only as, well, it's rather tempting, but the mission states here, and that's that. Like, just have a claim there, and nothing else. You don't have to assimilate them all the way, even though that's just open country. Even though that would put us in the border with Thrace. And then we'll appoint a governor of the Arid's family. And then it'll be triumph. Right here. And we'll finish that mission. Then we'll begin to have a government reform here. So there's plenty more conquest to be coming up in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.